schedule of people who are owed money by county governments. So I wanted to make that clarification. Now you can...
Chair,
yes, I wanted to say, Chair, that we have been paying pending bills. Actually, we prioritize the small, because it was easier to deal with the small pending bills than the huge ones. And we in fact, in the task force report, the report of the pending bills verification task force, they did propose that we consider, paying by way of age and also the amounts. And so they had said, try and clear these small ones first so that you have less in terms of the long list that was there. And that's what we've been trying to do, to make sure at least we pay as many as we can, and then making sure within our own term we avoid those pending bills altogether. And so we've been very clear in making sure that we pay up what needs to be paid up by and giving it all the priority.
No, Chair, just clarity. I want to just on a closure, because this 1.7 billion, maybe since this standards board we cannot have a view, would it be not also, if we get the aging analysis of this pending bill so that it makes our work easier when we are doing the report writing to include recommendation. Finally, I've heard the governor alluding to the verification pending bills committee. Chair, I would want to know, because we have had COB are saying 1.7 billion. I've looked at the financial statements, although the OAG is consulting of 1.5 billion. I would want to know whether in that report, although the governor has not attached here, in that report of the pending bills of 1.7 billion, is there pending bills that were legible or ineligible, or do they agree with what the financial statements are provided? And finally, who are these that were doing verification pending committee? Because we are aware there was a decision in Kitale Court where the power of verification of these pending bills, or now it's called trade and other payables, it was ruled that the Office of the Auditor General is the only one with the powers to do verification of this pending bill. So I don't know whether you have come around with your county attorney, but
we've had this conversation in IBEC so many times that although the Auditor General did come up with a report of pending bills across the counties, many counties had concerns about some of those pending bills, because in our case we visited project by project, one by one. So where there's nothing to pay for, why are you telling me that I should pay if I can't see it on the ground? Those are the issues we've been raising. And maybe this committee might help us really unravel this pending bills discussion, so that we know, do we do a second round where we go on the ground with them and confirm what we saw? Because then why am I paying for something that I have no proof of, or something where there's no document at all to support what it is you're paying for? So that has been a conversation many, many times, but we have never really gotten to the bottom of it. And perhaps this committee should consider, taking some action along, so that we have some convergence of mind in relation to what really is a pending bill and what can a county pay for.
Governor, technically, this matter was brought to a close this financial year. When you move to accrual, you are to define it. Ideally, you cannot run away from it. Ispak, am I on the right
to
track?
Show of it, because let me give you an example, Chair.
No, just a minute. Let's get because this year we are looking at balance sheet. We have not looked at the balance sheet for the last 10 years. Now, your accountants have introduced 1.7 billion points with those small differences in your balance sheet. Technically and legally, it becomes a liability.
Yes, Chairman, it is indeed, and that's why the accountants are given some time so that they can be able to review their financials up to 30th August. So when now it comes to this issuance of certificate, we take it as it is, that they have gone through the verification process and certified that this is the true position.
So technically, the matter is resolved that even if the governor wants to do another verification, she'll be verifying the competence of her accountants.
Basically, that is the position, Chairman.
That is where we are this financial year. In the past, we could talk about these things, but now that you have gone accrual, what you have put in your balance sheet as a liability, you must live with it.
Chair,
Senator
I understand the dilemma that the governor is in, and we have had these conversations with your colleagues from across the other counties on this verification process. And the advice we've given previously is